Hi everybody, Paul here. Hey, we're back in the shop again. Sorry I haven't been uploading any videos for a long time. Yeah, just haven't, I guess. I don't know what else to say. So we're gonna take this thing out today, and you know what you're looking at. You're looking at a cutter head here. So we're gonna pull the whole thing out completely. I'm not gonna go, I don't edit my videos, I'm sorry. So I can't really tell you everything here. But basically, it's really simple. You have your two hydraulic lines, one on each side here. For your sharpener, you have one grease line right here. Comes from here. You also have this wiring harness we're going to have to pull off. So we'll take out this bolt here. Chase this wiring harness down, which is plugged in right here, you can see. And here. Then, so let me grab my light. It comes into here. Hold on. I gotta find a spot for this thing here. Ugh. So it comes into here, and you can see it just comes in there, goes all the way across here, and goes out the other side. So same over here. All it is our shear bar motor here. You can see is one of them. Just hang on, let me put my light down. So you can see shear bar motor here. You just take it off, pull the connector out, cover it, keep it clean. And then here you can see another wire here. This little wire is actually your sensor. Where is that thing? Here. Behind the shear bar motor, it goes into here, and that's actually just the sensor for this magnet, which counts the strokes of the sharpener as it goes back and forth. So we got to unplug that as well. I do believe there is just a plug-in up here. Yes, right here. Here's just a little plug-in. Here's the wire, so we could undo that, leave the sensor here, unless we're disassembling it. And then, of course, we have one more plug-in right here for our other shear bar wiring, or knock sensor, sorry. So that's basically it. I don't think there's really much else we gotta take off. If you guys watch my video on removing the feed roll housing, which is actually right here on a stand, right here, this would be the next step if you're disassembling your machine. And mechanic wise, to be honest, we have another stand right here nicely. You just put those two pieces of angle iron right there, right here on this piece, and one on the other side. Two turnbuckles here, and our turnbuckles just latch on here. And then you just tighten your turnbuckles a little bit, take up the weight, take some tension, pull these two bolts out right here. There's a bolt here that holds this in. Make sure you do it after you got the stand in there. And there's one over here. This one's kind of hidden behind, but if you just go between the holes of the pulley here, you can see the nut. And down there is the head of the bolt. And that's it. There is up here. Oh, hold on. Get up here. I gotta close this thing. So this is our, sharpener door right here. Just let me close this down. So, and the last thing we have to remove is our hydraulic cylinder here. So you see you got a couple hydraulic hoses that come down here. They are bolted down there. You can see a holder right there. And over here is our cylinder, just a pin at the back. And a pin on the door here, wherever it is here. And that's it. Then you can hang your cylinder somewhere. I think I had brought it around and I maybe zip tied it to this little hole here. I think that's maybe what I did. And then for these lines here, what I have on my bench here is just a couple of plugs and joiners, just like this. So we spin the end off. You guys have seen these before if you watch my channel. And it's basically just the end of this nice plug here. Perfect, so we can plug our cylinder so it stops leaking, and the opposite end here so we can plug our line. So now I'm going to stop this video, so I'll probably be posting episode number 2, which is actually me taking it out because I can't pause my phone because it's going to take me more than however long my phone lets me pause to get this thing out of here. So, oh, and of course, yes, obviously, very obviously, you need to take these out. There's a bolt here on the inside. This is your lift cylinder that lifts up the front end. And then this pin comes out. And there's actually a flat spot on the side of it here. You can fit a wrench on it to turn it. If it's seized a little, which it shouldn't be, there's actually grease nipples underneath here that you should be greasing. And away we go. But make sure when you do this that you support these 2 cylinders from falling down. Take a strap or something to hold them up in the air. Because at the very back, let's go around here and I'll show you. Actually, here, I'm going to crawl underneath. Hold on a minute. Get underneath here and I can show you. There it is. Actually, at the back of these cylinders, here's our cylinder. You can see the bolt there. At the back of the cylinder is a couple hydraulic hoses, and if you let these cylinders fall down, this top one here is actually going to hit the axle, and you could run the risk of snapping that off somewhere or breaking something or whatever along those lines. So, and then I do recommend when you're doing this that if this little cover here with the hydraulic cylinder, your bottom door or whatever, I can't remember what they call this, transition chute or something, I think it's what it's called. If it's not down all the way, pull it down all the way, or take this pin out, unhook the cylinder and let this thing all the way down. Gives you the most amount of room here. You can see I have taken off on our 49, this is a 494 by the way. I've taken this wear plate out of here. There's your concave plate that sits right here nicely underneath, and I have taken that out. And that's just to get it out of there. A little bit extra room. I have taken the anvil out as well. Here, I'll jump out again. I have pulled our anvil out here, and we are going to service our anvil. Basically, when I do the anvil, I just make sure that these can spin perfect. I will knock these roll pin out, pound this out completely, polish it all with a wire wheel and put it all back together. A little bit of anti-seize inside here where this pin goes through, and a little bit of anti-seize in here. You can see a little bit of wiggle there. Don't worry about it. They don't move a lot and there's not a lot of wear there. Check your anvil here. This is a ledge, it's called, this wear plate here. Make sure it's not dished out on the top. This one's still pretty good. This is fairly new. And then there are some extra wearing parts here that I notice have gotten worn out pretty good. Right here, we have like a wear plate here. It sits here, goes up here, up to here. And you can see it's got some wear here. And of course there's some crud on here stuck in there, but this end is wore out really good. And it actually is worn to the part where the side of the housing is actually washed out a little bit here. You can see here, it's been wearing quite a bit. And here it's been wearing quite a bit. So I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. I should get a couple new ones of these. And then maybe I might have to fill this in here with a welder and fill in our housing. Yep. So okay, so we're going to take this off here. I'll throw up another video here, probably later today or tomorrow or something. And then we're going to carry on. We'll take this thing out. And we're going to strip it completely down to nothing so that we have no more cutter head in there. And we're going to check our bearings and stub shafts on the side, because these stub shafts are actually bolted right on here. You can see some bolts and stuff there. I'll have to clean this thing up a little bit to work on it. Should have washed it first, but I'm not going to wash when it's minus 25 outside. That wouldn't be very much fun. And then same here, there's a stub shaft on this side. So hopefully I covered everything that we need to remove. I would remove these motors as well, just to get them out of there and keep them safe. Same with this little sensor here. If there's a wire dangling or something like that or whatever, get it out of there. Go put it away, like here. I worked on this gearbox here. And just because I took this out. This little electric sensor. It didn't have to come out, but I took it out so we didn't break it. What else to tell you? Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to make sure if your machine is still put together, unlike mine, which is missing an accelerator, because it's right there getting ready to get put back in. You would have to come into here to your side by your step, open this shield. What I do, depends if you're strong enough, just get a hand on this pulley here. This is your main drive tensioning cylinder, and just push it back and it would suck it up the whole way. But what I usually do is I'll take a strap, little ratchet strap, and just put the ratchet strap on here somewheres and go back here and then go wrap around here, not out here. I don't want to bend anything, or I could hook it here where it's even safer, and then I'll just ratchet this in and it comes in, and then our belt tension would come off. Now make sure you check things in here too, since I'm in here. Check these pulleys here. Make sure their bearings are good. Same with this pulley. I replaced these last season, and just give it a wiggle. Make sure your bearings sound good. Pull your belt off of it and give it a spin just to check it all out. And then in here, there is an idler right there as well. Check that one. I do believe there is an idler underneath it. Yes, there's a little 4-ribbed idler there. Hang on. Oops. There it is there, underneath. So make sure you check all of those. Even your pulley here. Check this thing. This is your drive for your front end. Now I should investigate here because I don't like that. So I'm just going to pull this off quick later on here. Pull these bolts. Take this pulley off because it is just a hub. And then our hydraulic pump is back here. Where is that pump? There it is there. That's our hydraulic pump for the front end. Here's the motor, and that's what drives our front end hydraulically, and this is the pump. And I don't like that. It's probably just a little bit of play in there. Anyways, yes, I will see you guys later.